All right, welcome back to Tony's Board Life. I am Tony, and it's been a while. I've done some live stuff, but I haven't done too much on the recorded stuff, so I am going to do that now. So we're going to get started on this. And what are we playing? We are playing Antietam, September 17th, 1862, second edition by Worthington Publishing. And we're not going to do the whole scenario. What we're doing is we're going to do scenario 1, which is the morning attack. And I will say the scenario starts at 0600 hours, so we've got our time, 0600 hours, and ends after the Confederate turn on 1100 hours. Only hexes numbered 28, XX, and North are used, so it's actually, let's see, so 28, so this right here, North, because this is North, so 28 and North are available to be used. And let's see if I can get out just a little bit here. So we have units up here. So it has our union set up, and then you just put in where so each counter has a hex number on it. You put it in there pretty easy. These are the ones that enter at 0900, and they enter in hex 2505. 2505 is actually up here. So 2425. The system's, I don't want to say simplistic, but it's pretty easy, pretty I don't want to say self-explanatory, but it's not a hard scale. Turn sequence is pretty easy when it comes down to it. We have the command phase, organization phase, defensive artillery phase, movement phase, combat phase, and that's all first player. Second player, defensive fire, first player, offensive fire, and then rally phase. And then the second player goes through the same thing, and you go from there. So pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Movement's pretty simple. Movement, 6 movement points for infantry, dismounted cavalry, and limbered artillery. Mounted cavalry and leaders are at 9. We'll get to the morale when we go there, but if you notice, there are black numbers, but there are a few green ones up here as well. Those are the morale, and there's a few gold units. Those have very high morale, and this is a D10 style, and 0 is 10. So it's 1 to 10, so a 0 is a 10. And we'll get to the combat result table, but it's pretty basic, pretty easy when it comes to it. So yeah, pretty easy when we get through it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's see, just to make sure there's no crazy rules that I have to worry about. Special rules, 0600 turn, the Union may only activate Hooker's 1st Corps Division of Doubleday, Ricketts, and Meade for the movement and combat beginning at the 0700. So you're looking at this group right here. So Doubleday, Hooker, Doubleday, Ricketts, and Meade. So these are the only ones that I'm going to be able to activate, and they all are within the range, leader range, because leader range is 4, so we're all good to go there. So Ricketts is, within 2 of Hooker, and honestly, if you look at it, almost all of them are out there, but Meade, he's available. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these are really available to activate. Anything else? Beginning the 0700 turn, the Union may activate all the units on board. And points, so you get 1 point for each casualty. And then after the Confederate turn, the side controlling 2614, so 26, 25, 26, 14, which I think is, right here. Let's see, it's not 2614. So this hex right here, you get it a bonus 10 points. So whoever controls that at the end of the 11 o'clock turn gets that. Now, it's pretty simple as we go through it here, and we'll just jump right in and go through it. Command phase, we're all done. The organization phase, which is building breastworks, which we can't do that. Search for forwards, we can't do anything on the organization phase. We can artillery fire, offensive artillery fire. So we have this guy right here is going to fire. Well, he can't because that tree blocks. So his line of sight is blocked by this tree hex, by this hex. So yeah, not gonna do that. Ella is blocked by a higher elevation than the elevate. Yeah, not a big deal. On this one, he's right on the road, so he's blocked. So he can't fire there. Can't fire here because of this. This guy is up a higher level. I think he could see over that one. Yeah, he could fire here because that would be a blind hex. That's not. And actually, he's on the same level. So yes. So he can actually, this guy can fire on this one. So we're going to do that. And we have a little fired marker to remind us that they have fired. So this guy, so we have a fired marker right here. So he has fired, or he will be firing here. Pretty simple. That is a 6. Jackson is on a higher level, but it's open. So there is nothing. It's clear or orchard, so there's nothing on that one. So we go to the 6 table here, and then we roll a d10. So we roll the d10. We end up with a 10. That's like the best we can get. So that's going to be 2 points, and they have to do a morale check. Okay, so, and we have to check for leader loss. So that's kind of fun. So he goes down to 12, and what we've got, so he starts at 14. So this is, as you can say, that's 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy here, I'm going to put him underneath, and there we go. Now, checking for leader loss. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so Lawton, we roll if it's a 7 or higher, and in this case it is a 6, so no, he does not die. So we did check for that one. We do have to morale check. He's got a black surrounding number there, so he needs a 7 or higher. And is it higher or less? I think it's less, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because that would make sense. Roll 10-sided dice. If the number is higher than the unit's modified, it immediately routes. Well, it's lower because it's a 5, so this guy does not route, but he did lose 2 points. So that's pretty good. This guy they only have a range of 5 hexes, by the way, for the artillery, so there's nobody he can hit here. Him or him, they can't hit anybody, so we're going to have to move him in. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to the movement phase now. So we do the movement phase. Everything is basically 6 points other than the leaders. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go right through here. So that's 1 and then 2. So he's in there. He can't move. And so we're going to go 1, 2, because the orchard is, or 2, 3. Down a level doesn't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Because I want to go after this guy with these 2. I think we're gonna send these guys down here. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. They get 6, so it's not a big deal on this one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm gonna leave some room just for some backup. Oh, let's get Mead. Let's put Mead behind here. Okay. Then Hooker is gonna be in there. Although I probably should have gotten this guy up here first with that. And I think I will actually move these guys here and into there. Okay. Oh, Anderson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That'll be good. And I think we're going to move these guys in this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Hooker's got 9, so he's just going to get with that guy. And then we'll move this leader in here. Okay, movement phase is all done. Like, it's pretty simple, pretty easy when it comes down to it. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're probably zoom in a little bit better, get some focus on there. Okay, so I did our movement phase. So, but now it is, okay, let's see here. Movement combat phase. So second player defensive fire. They fire on us first. Think of it as we're walking up, as we're marching up, they're going to fire. He's got to choose which one to fire at. He's going to go after the 12. So the 12 here. So we're going to back this up a little bit more here. Okay, there we go. So he's going to fire at the 12, but he is a 9. He is firing into the woods. -2. So he gets a -2, and higher is better. He has 9, so he will be on the 9 to 12 column. So we're going to head and roll. 1, -2. So that's a nothing, as you can see. So he fired. He's done. Let's see here. Douglas, he's going to fire onto this 14. He is actually not a 14. He is a 12. Oh, and when you get half, as you can tell, you flip it over because that's a 7. So he is a 12. So we are going to fire on the 12 column here. He is in a cornfield. Nothing for the cornfield. So it's a straight roll on the 9-12 column. And we get a 10, which is not a good thing. 10 is a 2. No leader with him. So not a big deal. So 2. So that goes down to a 12 as well. And then I have to do a morale check. We'll do a morale check here. So I need a 7 or less. Got a 4, so he is safe there. I forgot to leave some route rooms out of there, so that's fine. Those are all good. Stewart can fire on this guy. He's actually at higher, but I don't think... Nope. Nothing particular on that one. So he's on 18, so we go up to this 7 to 20 column. So he's going to hit Patrick. So let's see what happens here. 10 again. 10 again on this one is 2R. So the R means target loses that many steps, retreats to hexes, and makes a morale check. So he loses 2. So he goes from an 8 down to a 6. And then, I think there might be... mounted cavalry. Oh, he's mounted, so he cannot actually fire. Forgot about that. So he is actually mounted. So mounted cavalry cannot fire. I think if we... no, there's got to be... I'll have to look for the Stewart. It's not actually a unit. It is... Where is it at? It's a little thing that says dismounted on it. That's how you know when they're dismounted. Okay. So he's not dismounted. He's mounted. So let's just double check here to make sure. Yeah, he is not mounted. So, or he is mounted. So that does not help at all. He doesn't get to fire. Artillery doesn't get to fire. So that's that on that one. Okay, so I think we've done all the. Yep. Let me make sure on the defensive fire. Oh no. Okay, the artillery can fire. So this guy can fire. He's gonna fire at Doubleday. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna fire Doubleday. So that'll be on the 4 column. So 4 column. Oh, you can't see that, can you? I was talking all about it. We're talking down here, and we're gonna roll. And we rolled a 9 on the 4 column, so that'll do some damage. On the 4, 1, so he goes down to a 7. Was it this one or this one? This one, 7. So he goes down to a 7, and I need to do a morale check, so I roll the die. He has a 7 or less, which is no problem. Because if it's greater, then that's a problem. So he's fine there. Good. Okay, so that's that for that. So now I get to fire, and we're going to do some damage here, I bet, to get started here. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to combine these two into this one. So that's a 12 and a 10. So we're looking at 22. So we're looking at this column right here. Worst case scenario, it's a morale check. Now he is in woods, so he does get, it's a -2 to the die roll. So we rolled 7, so a 5. 5 on the 22 is a 1. So he's going to go down to an 8. There we go. And he has a gold. So basically just don't roll a 10. And a 7. So he does not break, but he does get hit by 1. That's actually kind of sucks. It's hoping for a morale loss on that one. Okay. This guy is going to go after Lawton 6. So he's going to go here. They're different units, so it can't combine. So he's good, but he's going to go here. So that's 6 on the 6 column. We get a 3, which is a nothing. So no effect on that one. Heart stuff is a 12 against a 14. 12 against a 14. So on the 12 column, and he is up a level. But that does not block because they're right next to, they're adjacent. Okay. So a 6 on this one is a 1. So this gets moved down, just rotates to an 11. And 8. So he routes. So we put a routed unit. And when you route, let me double look at the routing numbers. I can't remember. It's a unit that retreats. No, route. A unit that route is marked with a route marker. It is retreated 3 hexes. So, and you have to hex away 1, 2, 3. So we did some damage and pushed him there. They must retreat towards the division if there's no sides. Owning player then conducts the retreat. It may enter the same hex, blah, blah, blah. Usual route movement stuff. Defensive, so he can actually move in. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do that attack. Okay, so we got to do some defensive fire because I forgot to do this attack here. Oh, that was on the 12. Oh, that would have been the same. Okay, let's, I forgot to do this one. On the 10, 5 is a morale check. This would make a difference. He has a 10. So, yes. So, this guy is not routed. He's back to 12. Shoot. Oh, well. This guy has to go away. 1, 2, 3. and he is routed up here. Okay, so that way this guy doesn't get an issue then. Okay, let's go down here. So this 8, oh, let's get down here. So we're not going to see the die roll, but I do want to get in good and close here so you guys can see. So this 8 is going to attack Fitz Lee here. Oh, here we go. 1, that is nothing on the 8. You actually have to get up to 21 to 24 to get anything on that. Okay. Phelps is going to go after Stewart here, obviously. That's on the 6. And that's a 3, nothing. And then this guy's a 7, which is the 5 to 8 column. And that's a 3, which is nothing. So these guys just fired. These two fired at him, nothing. This guy fires at him, nothing. So that's that. Okay. So that's that. Now we need to do rally phase here. Okay, rally phase. To rally each unit with a routed marker morale check. So we do a morale check on this one to see what it is. 5, he rallies. So the routed marker comes off, and we are no big deal again. So, not a problem. Okay. So that's the rally phase. So now basically at this point, we go back and we do. Okay, so back to the scenarios play. So command phase, everything's in command to start off with. So that's that. We don't have any organization. Offensive artillery fire. Well, he's moved in. So there's a ridge right here. So none of these guys can see because of this ridge. This guy, there's too far away. This guy, though, this Lawton one, can see him no problem. And so he's going to fire. So that's on the 4. That's a 3 on the 4. Nope. 1 to 4, 3. You have to have a 6 or greater on that one. So other than that, all the rest of these, what about this guy? Nope. That's a regular guy. Nope. Okay. Okay. We are good to go here. Movement phase. So what we're going to end up doing, I'm going to take Hayes to fill in this hole here. We're going to keep these as all backups here. So actually what I think I might do is I'm going to pull this guy back here. He'll be the backup, and then we're going to move this guy into there. Get some good units in here and go from there. Okay. Oh, let's move. So we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's get these artillery pieces in where they can be useful here. 2, 4, 6. And no, not ready to do that yet. I need to keep some room out here. We've got plenty of time, and I don't need to get things up and moving too quickly here. So we're gonna move, but we're gonna move these guys in here. Jones. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him all the way down here. So I've got a nice backup here. Oh, let's see here. Hold on. 1. Well, he's not too worried about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to keep him in command with that. So, and then Jackson, we're gonna pull back here. Okay, got my lines all set up right here, which is very, very interesting. We got the line set up, but it is now defensive fire, which is me firing on them. So, but we were not going to be able to combine stuff like we were able to earlier. So this is a 10 going into here, and this is a -2 on the die roll, and we're looking at a 1, so that was nothing. This 12 is going to go in here. 4 on the 12 is a morale. Oh, it's -2, so it's actually a 2. So that's nothing. The 6. Let's see here. Yeah, let's put the 6 on this guy right there. Okay, so roll it. Ooh, a 10 on the 6. That's a 2. So that was actually pretty good. So this will go down to a 7. And he has to do a morale check, although he is gold, so basically he just doesn't need to roll a 10. And he rolls a 6, so he's fine there. That's all the defensive. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can try to get in here. Oh, I totally forgot about this artillery. He's going to go after this one, so that's on the 4. 3. That's a nothing. Okay. To change cavalry from mounted to dismounted, it costs 2 MPs. Okay. So, yep. So, we're going to go ahead and dismount Stewart or Fitz Lee, which is under Stewart. So, he's dismounted now. So I'm just going to put this back here stating he's dismounted so we can, so the stack doesn't get too bad. Okay, we'll move this down a little bit here. Maybe we'll just move the dice tower over to here because I think this will probably work pretty good because I don't expect too much. And actually, this is oh, there we go. Oh, it's 2,800. All right, 28. 28, yeah. So we move this back just a little bit here. And then we can move this over here. There we go. Now we can kind of see the whole shooting match. Okay, so he's dismounted. He was fired. I meant to do that for the artillery. But so he fired here. No, he did not. Not yet. So he's on the 7, which is the same. So that's a 5 on the 7 is a morale check. It's black, so as long as it's 7 or less, so we're good. 6. Morale check again. 8. So he routes, and he needs to be flipped over to his limbered side, and he has to go 1, 2, 3. So he's fired, and he is routed. Nope, not out of command. He's routed. Okay. And then Patrick is going to fire here. Patrick's on the 8. 2 on the 8 is nothing. Okay, and he's a higher level up, which I don't think that did anything really. Higher level, nope, no. Nope, nothing. Nothing on that one. Okay. All right, so we are now into the... Okay, we just did all the movement, so we are now into the... Because I had forgotten to do that defensive fire. Or we were in defensive fire. So now we're into a combat phase, so... which is... We've done the combat. Defensive fire, now it's offensive fire. So now it's time for the Confederates to take advantage of stuff. So 14 on 14, but this is a -2 die roll. So it's a 4 minus 2 is a 2. Oh, just barely nothing. A Walker is an 8, which is a different column. Oh, that's a... I'm going to redo that one. That is a 6. So that is a morale check. He's going after Seymour here. Oh, I should have combined. Oh, well. Yeah. Okay, so these two are going to combine. So this is a 7. So that's a 19 into the 6. So 19 into the 6 is a 1, which is... I'm going to show this to you guys. It's actually a nothing. Yep. So that's a 1 into the 19. It would have to have... If they wouldn't have lost those two, it would at least been a morale check. So that's all done. So none of these guys, because they're not adjacent. And then so Stewart we have here. Okay. So 18. Ooh, that's a 10. On the 20, that's a 2R, no leader with him. So so it's so he's going to go down 2. So that's going to drop him to a 6, and then he's going to have to retreat 1, 2. And then we have to roll 3. He's fine for that. And so what's this one? 4. So when he gets down to 4, he'll flip. Okay. So, all right. So that's that. No need to advance anywhere. And the rally phase. Okay, let's take a look at the rally phase here. The only one he has to do is Stewart. and that's a 4. That's yep. So he's fine. So he rallies and is no longer routed. I think I did that right. I could check the routing here just to make sure. Artillery on its limber side that is routed is reduced by 1 additional SP in addition to any losses by combat, and is flipped to its limber side en route. Okay, artillery that it's on its unlimbered side, that route is reduced by 1, okay, additional SP. So he actually will be a 3. Puts on its, so we grab the fire marker anyways. So he's actually down to 3, and then is routed. Okay. Each friendly unit moved through during a route must immediately conduct a morale check. Oh, I forgot to do that for one of this guy right there. He's fine. Okay, I got to remember to do that. All right. So that is the end of the first turn. That is the 0600 turn. All right, here we are. We are on to turn 2, which is the 700 turn, the 0700 turn. And with this one, let's see here. 700, I think everybody else. 700 turn, Union may activate all Union units. And so in this case, all the units here are going to be activated. All the Union units here are going to be activated this turn. So let's go ahead. Again, turn of sequence play. We have the command phase, organization phase, offensive artillery phase, movement phase, combat phase, and then second player defensive fire, first player offensive fire, and then we have a rally phase. So that's what we're going to start off with. And with this scenario, the first player is the Union. And basically what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to focus on this unit, these units up here first, and getting those guys moved, and getting them in. But first, yeah, so command phase, everybody is in command. I'm not too worried about that. For the Union, the organization phase, I don't think there's anything to do for the organization phase. Organization, build breastworks, nope. Tunnel, build and burn bridges, nope. Search for forts, nope. So we go into the offensive artillery phase. Okay, let's take a look and see what we can do. Well, I can tell you right now, none of these guys are going to be able to do anything. So that automatically means we are going to have to go down to where the main battle is going on right now. So we do have Hooker and we have Doubleday right here. He's going to be blocked by this tree hex because that does block line of sight. So he can't go that way or that way, and that guy's in the way there. This guy, he can. So we're going to fire at here at Douglas. He is on the 4 column. So times 1 on this column right here. So basically I'm looking for 6 or higher, and 6 or higher. Ooh, we get a 6. So a 6 is a morale check. Okay. So in this case, the morale so is black, but the leader gives them a +1 morale. So what it'll be needed is, and I'll just zoom this out just a little bit to make it easier, is 9, 10, or 11 to fail, 4 it passes. So nothing happens there. So this guy has been fired. Because the cornfields don't do anything other than cost more movement points. That's it. This guy is pretty much a blocked. This Mead one, like I said, Doubleday here is blocked. Although I'd love to have it open down to here. So we'll have to see. I'll have to maneuver him. Okay, so that's that. We are done with the offensive artillery fire. Now we do the movement. So let's go ahead and start up a little bit higher. Let's go ahead and we're going to start up here. And movement point is infantry, dismounted cavalry, and limbered artillery is 6. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up and swing around here. So we're going to go around this area here. And this is an orchard, but it's clear. Clear an orchard, so it's only 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to do limbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to check on that. And 2. This cornfields are 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so Mansfield, so that's this guy right here. He can move plenty here. I'm going to put him here. Moved him up and around. So now Williams' crew here. Flip this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy's going to go fine right here. So now none of these guys can really see anything here. Moving up through there. So that's good. Okay, now let's go ahead. So those are all moved. And I did want to check on something while I'm here. Limbering the cannon points. Okay. So 2 movement points will bring this guy 1, 2 less, 1, 2 less. So it's 2 to limber them. And so they were 2 points left. But that's okay. Mansfield's right here and Williams is right here. So they're still in contact. Okay. Now, let's take a look. I think it's so we did the movements phase, combat fire. So defensive fire, and they basically are just adjacent. So basically what we're going to do is I've got this right here so I can see it. So we have 14. I think what we're going to do is we're going to combine this one and this one. So this is actually 22 onto that one. That does give, if it's a -2 to the fire roll die roll. Okay, so this actually has a -2 into there. So that's 22. So whatever this is, -2, which is a 4. A 2, that's a morale check for this guy. He is 7. Got a 6, so he's fine. This 9 will fire into that 12. Again, he is in a, it's going to be a -2 to this die roll. 4 on a 12 -2 is a 2. He's safe. Actually, let's see here. That's actually a 7. It's still safe because it's a 2. Okay. Then finally, this guy right here, which is a 12, is going to be firing on here. And this guy is in the cornfield. And the cornfield's nothing. So a 1 on a, oops, sorry about that. A 1 on a 12 is nothing as well. So those guys did not do anything here. And those are actually the only ones that are, I guess, well, he's limbered. So that doesn't help. This guy can fire. He's going to fire here because he can. That's 2 to 5. So his range -2 to the die roll. It's a 0. Okay, a 0 -2 is actually an 8. An 8 is a 1. So this guy does go down to a 9. And he does have to roll. He got a 2, so he passes his morale check. So we are good to go there. So he's fired. Let's give me a fired marker just. Ooh. Okay. What happened to that fired marker? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. So he's fired. I'm kind of out of habit. I haven't been playing for a while, so. All right, so that's that. So now it's the offensive fire phase. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to fire on Walker. Again, it's a -2, but it's on the 22. So it's a -2. So in this case, 9, that's good. -2 is a 7. 7 on the 22 is a 2. Okay. So that goes to 8, 7, 6. And this guy flips over at 4. So he's a 6, but he does have to roll. And he's gold, so basically, other than a 10, he's fine. Okay, so those guys have gone. This guy right here, yeah, we'll fire on this one. So it's a 6, -2. Oh, on the 6, -2. So that's a 7. A 7 on a 5, 8 is a 1. So this guy actually will go down another one. So he's going to go down to 6. Oh, and the one thing I forgot to do, and I'll get this here in a minute here, and I'll show you. 4, he's fine. Is I forgot to keep casualty points here. So we've already gotten 3. I got caught up from last turn. So he's at 9 casualty points with that one. And that's really all that there is for the fire. Because they have to be adjacent otherwise. So yeah, that's it for the firing. All right. Okay. So now, and see how quick and easy these turns are? Okay, so that's the defensive fire, offensive fire, which I just did, rally. I don't have anybody routed right now, so we're good to go there. So now it's a second turn player, and I'm going to pull this guy off of here and pull this one off as well. Okay, so everybody is in command. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, late 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, everybody's in command. Okay. Yep, no problems there. So everybody's in command, so we don't have to worry about that. There's no organization. We don't have to worry about organization. And so then we have offensive artillery. Well, this guy is again going to fire on that one. -2. So 6 -2 is a 4. A 4 on the 1 through 4 is nothing. So we don't have to worry about that at all. So he's fired. I really don't think this guy really can't see anybody. There's also these guys are adjacent, so that doesn't work. It's only got 5 hex range. Nothing there. This guy here, this guy. Yep, so that's not going to be any good. All right. And so, yeah, so Stuart, he's there. Okay. So that is the offensive artillery phase, and now it is time for movement. I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to get 2 movement points. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine there. like him back there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And I think we'll just move. We're going to move these guys up here. And we're going to move him there. This guy's going to move here. This Jones, I want to make sure we're good to go there. Early is green. I feel like this guy should be moved up. I think. Let's go ahead. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 right here. So he'll take after that one. Now let's go ahead and pull this guy here, this guy in here. All right. I think what we'll do, this guy has a limber, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Limber. Jackson will be right here. Yep, I think that's work, because then I'm gonna, we'll go there. Then I've got these guys ready to come from that way and start firing on them when they get close enough. Okay, defensive fire phase. Again, we're going to take these two, fire on this guy. So that's 22, and it's -2 to this one. So it's a 5 on the 22. That's a 1 hit. So this goes down to 5. And we have to do a morale check. So basically not a 10. Oh, he gets a 10. So he does route. So 1, 2, 3. And that's a dismounted. I think it means, oh, out of command routed. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Defensive fire here, 6. -2, so that's a 4. That's a nothing. That's a no event. This 10. Oh wait. This 4 on this guy. This guy is, well, he's in crops, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah. Yep, that doesn't do anything for blocking line of sight or anything. So this is straight on the 4. 7 on the 4 is morale check. That's a 7 or less. He passes his morale check. This 10 going on this 14. He's not in anything. And he's actually a 9, which is the same category. 9 straight roll. A 5 on the 9 is a morale check. Anything other than a 10, he gets a 2. So he's all all these guys have fired. Okay. Well, that's all that's available. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So now it's the offensive fire turn. Oh, he got hit again, didn't he? Yep, he had a 1 on him. So that brings up to 9 casualty points. Not good. Oh, maybe this should be flipped. How many casualties have they earned compared to the other side? So caused. Yeah. Oh no, that's lost his track. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so this guy's obviously gonna fight in this one. So on the 13 to 16 column, this -2, 1 -2 is 0. That's a non-effect. He's fired. He's gonna go after the 6 because that'd be a -2 on that one. He is a 6. So 5 to 8. 2 on a 5 to 8 is nothing. This guy is a. He's not. Yeah, he is a 12. Okay, so he's a 12. So that'll be the 9 to 12, and of course he's firing on that guy right there. It's a 5. Morale check. 7 or less. Got an 8, so he does have to. That's a leader, so he can go 1, 2, 3. The morale check, and he is routed. Unfortunately, I won't get to do anything with him until afterwards. Okay, so that was this guy here. This 10's going after that one. 5 on the 9 to 10. It's a morale check, so 7 or less. Oh, he gets a 9, so he is going to route 3. And he does lose a point because he routed. It's an automatic 4. And he's routed. Okay, so that guy fired there. Oh, up a hill. Oh, nothing. Okay, not a problem because he's on that hill there. 14 on this guy here. It's -2. Actually, we're gonna. I don't know if we can combine because they're different ones, different units. So, but we can still combine them. So this is 26, and it's a 2. So that's a 1. So this guy goes down to an 8. An 8. 7 or less. 3. So he's good there. And that will be that. All right. So that is the offensive. So now we need to rally. Again, this only. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't last long with his morale. The gold is 9 or less to pass, so you just basically need a 10 on that one. These two rally. Well, I won't be able to rally them till the end of next turn. So, okay, that's the end of the Confederate sides, and that's the end of turn 2. Okay. Oh, let's see here. I think this guy takes a hit, so that's another casualty, another loss. This guy did not take a loss; he just failed. This guy did take another hit. I got to remember to do this because this is the scoring points. That's how they score points with that. Right, so we'll pull this fired marker off. We don't need it anymore. And we are now on to turn 3, which is the 800 turn. And we have until the 1100 turn. So we'll see what happens. I do have some options here. I can add some more units for the Confederates if I wanted to, but they do get a huge stack of units right here that come in at the beginning of next turn. I'll be interested to see how that works out. All right, and to turn 2, and right now, let's see here, 2614. I really should put. He's got control of 2614, which is the church. 2614. I really should put something there to show that off. So I think I got something I can use real quick here. Yep. Let's get something that'll stick out. There we go. That's the that is the victory hex that everybody's trying to control, because that's 10 victory points. So right now the Union has to score 10 more casualty points to win by victory points, or get in here and take this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more turns. So with that, we'll talk to you later. Bye.